You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
Hey listener, it's Zach Harper, Amin Al-Hassan, and Anthony Mays of Cinephobe. You may be asking yourself, what is Cinephobe? Amin, would you like to fill in the people?
Cinephobe is the podcast where Zach and I watch movies that are poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes and try to ascertain.
We're trying to ascertain?
Yes.
Okay. Ascertain.
Whether or not they're accurately poorly rated, or maybe they didn't get a fair shake. Cinephobe, produced by this guy, Anthony Mays.
Hey, that's me. I produced this show. I also watch the movies, even though that wasn't included in the description, and I also ascertain. This month is... Wow!
Whoa.
Oh, Maze, why do you say that? Supercharge it so that this promo can remain evergreen.
I feel like explaining a little bit more.
In 60 seconds?
I don't know. Maybe I don't bring attention to it. Assuring people like, look, if you listen, you're going to get it. Just give it time.
That's a good promo. Just listen to it.
Give it time.
You'll figure it out.
Is this the promo right now?
Isn't it?
Okay, I think we got it.
Cinephobe.
Wherever you get podcasts.
I was talking to someone who was like, "Is this a dumb question? Are you excited for the playoffs or whatever?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "People have been so down on the season and everything happening." And I was like, "I think this will be like a good reminder of like this shit's good or whatever."
What you do it for, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking
not all
games. Yeah, no. I hated the 4 playing games. They were all too close, Zach. They were all too close. I can't have that.
Orlando wasn't really close. I know the score was close, but
it was.
Out.
Can I get more of that miserable team? Sorry, we'll
tomorrow night. Yeah, you get one more.
Do you believe?
Do you believe?
Do you believe? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Do you believe? I don't know if I do. Do you believe? Maybe you do, or maybe you don't. Do you believe? I don't know if I do anymore. Do you believe? Let me know when you have time.
Guys, NBA fucked up again.
What did they do? After we just had this conversation about positivity, Zach.
Went through the appeals process, and Cade and Luka made it. Hallelujah.
They caved.
Except Ant did not make it.
Mm.
And that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And this is, look, it would have been better for the league. Now, not to sacrifice well-deserved honors. It would have been better for the league if Luka and Cade had been denied, because then that would have put all the pressure to get rid of this stupid-ass rule. Luka and Cade absolutely should be eligible, and it's good that they are eligible and that they are on the ballots that went out, I don't know, about 45 minutes ago. But the problem with this is, like, Ant was denied, and people are like, oh, but he only played 60 games, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Was Ant one of the 15 best players? Did he have one of the 15 best seasons this year, even with just 60 games played? Absolutely. And the problem with this thing is it is designed to police the players who don't want to play, which let's pretend that's a thing and that this isn't a team issue. Ant has missed 19 games in his career prior to this season. He played 79 games in each of the last 3 seasons. Seem like a player we got to worry about wanting to play in games? This is dumb, and it continues to be dumb. And he should either everyone should have gotten in with these 3 guys, or nobody should have gotten in.
Yeah,
it's dumb.
There's no argument. That's just dumb. I was surprised. It was almost like they felt like they had to have one person not get in.
Well, this is the thing. This is the thing, Mo, is they get to now say, see, the system works.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't work.
It's that criticism of the NBA, I'm more than willing to accept. This does not work.
Doom and gloom.
Yeah, well, definitely not sunshines and rainbows over here.
No, you're not. So, yes, once again, the NBA screwed something up.
Yeah, it's
the injury gods have conspired against them to have so many, whether it's Jokic, Wemby, Ant, Luka, Cade, so many of the top players hovering in and around this 60, like right.
Tyrese Maxey was a question for a bit because he injured his finger and everything.
Nibbling right on this 65 game front to just shine a glaring, blaring light on. Maybe this is overdone. Is quite hilarious because a part of me was like, look, Silver had to do something. We all agree this wasn't the best way to do it, but he had to try to coax people to do more games and more playing, especially as they're negotiating a brand new TV contract. They had to try to find a way to be like, yo, let's make the TV games that we sold for tens of billions something that people should want to watch.
This was to appease the
I have a sympathy for that because it's speaking to a material need. This is everybody wants triple the money, right?
Yeah.
So can we give our partners what they asked for? I feel it.
Sure.
It just feels like the most ham-fisted way to do it.
It's not your problem. You allowed it to be load management, allowed rights holders and everything for years to talk about what a problem it is that players don't want to play when in fact it was teams holding them out. The NBA had to do this because they put themselves in this corner.
Yeah, that's the problem is we made it seem like a player issue when it's a team issue, an organizational standpoint. So even the rule which punishes the player doesn't punish the team. And that's the problem.
It actually helps the team.
Yes.
If they're ineligible, now you don't have to pay that extra 5% for the max deal and all that stuff.
Yeah, it works. Most of these teams are quietly praying these guys publicly. Yes, we'll send the other thing, go get them the awards and go get them the All-NBAs. Quietly, they're like, well, if they don't make it, it's kind of helps us more, right? I think that's just a bigger issue.
It's dumb, and it continues to be dumb. But this is the Do You Believe edition of Basketball Illuminati. This is not dumb. Well, I don't know. We haven't done the episode yet. It might end up being dumb. But I'm Zach Harper. That's Mo Dakhil. That's Wosny Escobar. Anthony Mays producing. Anthony Escobar producing the podcast because he just fills in whatever you had last on your name there. First topic.
Do you believe?
Do you believe Draymond is a Hall of Famer? With the season on the line, Draymond locked up Kawhi Leonard, forcing 3 turnovers in the final 3 minutes of the play-in and not allowing Leonard to even attempt a shot while guarding him in the fourth quarter. Draymond Green, Hall of Fame defender Kawhi Leonard, said it was hard to even get shots up. Steph Curry chimed in saying Draymond's special. He's a Hall of Famer, just a defense savant. Draymond's career 8.7 points per game average would be the lowest for a Hall of Famer since Ben Wallace, who put up a monster 5.7 points per game and was inducted in 2021. Dennis Rodman averaged 7.3 points per game. Wallace, a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, 5 times All-Defense, first team. Rodman, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 7-time first team All-Defense. Draymond has 9 All-Defensive selections, 5 first teams for now. Probably getting a 10th selection this season, but only 1 Defensive Player of the Year award. He finished second in voting twice, third twice as well. But he does have those 4 championships. So, Waz, do you think Draymond's a Hall of Famer? And will he be able to display that Hall of Fame defense again on Friday night when he faces his old pal, Dylan Brooks?
I don't see how it's any question whether Draymond Green's a Hall of Famer. I would argue Draymond Green's ascension to becoming a prominent member of the Warriors starting 5 is completely correlated to them turning elite. Because they went from, all right, this is a good, nice team to this is the best defense in the NBA now. Around what Steph Curry's doing and what Steve Kerr is implementing with the beautiful game. And so he's not just some guy that happened to be there while Golden State chased history. He was a dominant, integral part of what they did. And in fact, he's not as influential as Steph Curry in terms of volume 3-point shooting, but the switchable Golden State Warriors lineups, the death lineup, Draymond is kind of the key that unlocks everything. because of his ability to guard wings, his ability to credibly hold up against every single center in the league in a post-up attempt. And then, his preternatural ability to dissect offenses, to be a quarterback from behind. I don't even think it's a question. I got into a big fight very early on in the year with Danny Green and Paul Pierce on the show because I was like, no, Draymond is one of the greatest defenders in the history of the league, and they just scoffed. And what's funny is Paul specifically brought up guys like Ben Wallace and Mutombo. He's like, he ain't one of those. And I'm like, bro, he is just in a very different way.
This is the same Paul Pierce who Draymond yelled into a rim mic.
Yes.
They don't love you like that. You're not getting a retirement tour.
Sure, yeah.
The same Danny Green who battled him in NBA Finals. Okay.
Danny Green scoffed at the idea that Draymond was one of the great defenders as well.
Just checking.
In fact, we talked about this game. We were doing a gambling segment. And I was like, well, I think Kawhi's going to go under his point total because I think he was like, you think Draymond just going to shut him down, huh? I'm like, I didn't say that.
But he did.
But he did. Locked his ass up.
You know what I mean? And so he even to up to 2 days ago, this guy was giving me shit about my opinion that Draymond is a special all-time defender. He's the greatest defender of this era by far. Yeah. And he's obviously a Hall of Famer to me.
It's not even a question. And
he's a way better offensive player than Ben Wallace and Dennis Rodman too.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's able to his passing alone unlocked so much for the Warriors in that run. But just even if he didn't have that, and we were just talking about what he does defensively, if that merits the Hall of Fame case, that's absolutely it's not even a thing where it's a question in my mind. Whereas it's more of a thing if you're questioning it, I'm questioning how much you actually watch basketball, how much you try to actually pay attention to. It's a continuing the devaluation of defense and us always focusing on offense instead of defense. Overall, this is ridiculous. He's an absolute Hall of Famer. He's crushed teams with his defense. The ask a Houston Rockets fan how they feel about Draymond's defense during the every series they played. Come on. It's just not a question, man. Waz has all the points behind it. I'm with Waz. Definitely a Hall of Famer.
So here's it's do you believe? I don't feel like I'll be betraying any confidences here, but we'll tell a little story. Maybe 3 weeks after I met Paul Pierce, he invited me to his Friendsgiving, right?
Okay.
So he rents out this house in the hills, huge house, literally 4 stories. Crib literally has an elevator in it. And I walk down the stairs because that's where everybody's hanging out at. I make a left to where the party area, people playing cards, dominoes, having a good time. And who do I see? I see Kevin Garnett just sitting on a sofa. And I was like, holy shit. Internally, I was just like, holy shit. And Paul was like, yo, Ticket, this my man Wos. He's my co-host on the new thing that I'm doing. And KG was like, nah, I've been seeing it. I like what y'all doing. Whatever. Gave us our props and went back to what he was doing. Then the Draymond Green thing comes up because, again, this is very early on in the show. And one of Paul's boys who watched the show and he's a big Houston Rockets guy. So obviously he grew up with Hakeem Olajuwon. He's like, that motherfucker can't fuck with Dream. And everybody's just giving me shit about Draymond being, kind of overrated as a defender, whatever. And Paul's razzing me and all of this shit. And he goes, matter of fact, we about to ask Ticket. And I was like, oh shit. Because
Ticket is the best defender since Hakeem.
I mean,
he's the most versatile defender ever, for sure.
Ever. He's the guy. He's the guy. Right. And so he goes into this spiel and he makes some incredible points and 2 things about the spiel. One, it's 5 minutes straight of him talking about defense and what it takes and how you become a great defender and what makes all of that. 5 minutes straight. By the time he's done, he's pouring sweat from his head.
Of course.
Just sweat pouring down.
I'd expect nothing less.
And the second thing I remember is like I was ready to hoop after listening to this guy talk about basketball. Like I wanted to go out, suit up after listening to KG. But the main thing that I would say, like I still disagree with KG. The only thing I would say, he was just like, a lot of the things that creates Draymond edge is this ability to intimidate. Mm-hmm. And he was like, in my era, Draymond pulled that nut kicking shit, the shenanigans. Somebody's putting hands on him immediately.
Sure.
The Davis brothers are putting hands on him immediately.
Sure.
I'm putting hands on him. C. Webb putting hands on him. Rasheed Wallace, he's like, immediately. Like, all of that shit is stopping.
I'm not push back on Weber putting hands on him, but everyone else I'm in. Yeah.
Whatever. Ben Wallace, you name it, right?
Yeah.
Ron Artest, all these guys, right? And the point that he was making was just like, he feels like a big part of Draymond's edge is like, you could do that shit to Evan Mobley.
Right.
You know what I mean? His thing is like, these guys are just not as tough in terms of the guys that he played against, in terms of the Davis boys and those kinds of guys, in comparison to an Evan Mobley or,
but isn't that all
some of
like,
these other guys?
Isn't that all relative? Like in KG's era, and again, KG is my favorite player ever, and I think he's the best defender, or at worst, the most versatile defender ever.
Yes, at worst.
But you couldn't do in KG's era what you could do in like Bob Lanier's era or Buck Williams, like knocking dudes out just for coming through the lane. Like you tagged people and everything. You were physical. You were definitely more physical than now. But I would imagine like Spencer Haywood's like, come on, man, Kevin Garnett, he's not able to do this. We're not able to do that, right? Like I think that's all. Like I don't think there's. I think what he's saying is correct, but also the environment is the environment, and so Draymond is exceeding in that. Like it's not just it's a couple of years. It's been since he was put in the starting lineup. 100%. He has been one of the most, if not the most dominant defenders in the NBA.
100%.
And also,
yes.
But also, the game has changed completely. Like the way Draymond has to defend also changes in this, like the space he has to cover. Look, when you brought up the Warriors switching, when I was even in the league, switching was the last thing we wanted to do defensively. We considered it a lazy thing. We considered it a last resort if we absolutely had to do it. The Warriors made that in vogue. Now, that's not just Draymond. That's everybody on that team.
Iggy, of course.
Iggy, Clay,
even Harry
all those
Barnes
guys
deserve some love for that.
But the thing is, Draymond's ability to do all of that, and the big thing is the big man, which at that point he was the center, being able to switch onto a wing or a guard is what allows it. Because we didn't want to. We would go through if we had to switch.
Then being able to recover to where he needs to be after that switch has happened, right?
You
like
just
you
don't
still
want
like
to
you're not
switch
done for the
Rasho
possession.
Nesterovic onto a point guard.
It was every time we switched. Every time we switched when I was in the league.
I didn't want to switch one of centers.
Very often it was switch 1 through 4, whatever coverage was 5 in the pick and roll. Like it was almost like that was the thing. So it's like when we were switching, and that was something we didn't want to do most of the time. So I just think like that's part of it too. When you look at the way these guys talk about Draymond's defense, I mean, this is the way Draymond's going to talk about whoever the upcoming defender is 10 years from now. In that sense, if he didn't have to do all this, or tomorrow, but like he's in that sense. But like I think that's a big part of it too.
And again, because I've heard these arguments, so it comes up all the time because Paul is very in tune. He understands the defensive principles of today and why they work and why they're necessary. His whole thing is like, bro, I'm sorry, Draymond Green couldn't play center against Shaq. He couldn't play center against Dream.
Sure, but
he couldn't play center against those guys.
Could Mutombo guard the perimeter in today's like?
Could Shaq?
Hakeem could.
Feels unlikely.
Hakeem absolutely could.
Hakeem could.
Young Shaq absolutely could.
Yeah.
Could Mutombo? Could Ewing? Like
it's hard to imagine.
Come on, man. Like what are we?
Prime David Robinson could though.
Absolutely, absolutely. But
it's so few versus like what we're at. You know,
and my thing too is like I feel like pretty confident that Draymond would have been able to guard Karl Malone and Chris Webber and KG and Duncan and, C Webb and all of that. Like, I think of guys like, I think a guy like Rashid would have been a tough cover because he's not really a post up, but he just shoot over Draymond because he's got the incredible length and, the incredible touch. But Draymond is guarding all of those guys credibly.
Yeah.
That, like, aside from Shaq.
But also, like, one dude in history could guard Shaq.
Exactly.
I was a kid, and then, like, Shaq got better.
Right. Like, that's the thing. It's the way a buddy of mine, when we talk about a player, and then automatically goes, well, he's no Jordan. I'm like, well, you picked the fucking shot. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like, what are we doing here?
So he could be either 2 through 5,000 in history. He can't be one great.
Like, right. Like, what
is he a Ron Harper? Is he a Craig Elo? Yeah,
right,
probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Better than Clyde Drexler. No disrespect, but
But it goes back to we
man.
don't value the defense in general. Like, when this becomes the conversation, we just look first at his offensive numbers. I'm like, nah, dude, what he does defensively is so big.
Waz, when's the next taping? When's the next episode?
The next episode is tomorrow, but we pre-recorded that. So the next taping will be Sunday night.
I would maybe lead with that Sunday night. It's like, hey, how Kawhi look?
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure producer Chris puts that in the show for sure.
Hello, listener. Producer Mays here to talk to you about the perfect gene. Allow me to be vulnerable here for a minute. As you may or may not know, I've got a lot of childhood trauma, and it almost entirely centers around buying pants. As a lifelong sufferer of tall man syndrome, I've never been able to find a pair of pants that fit in the store. I had to go to those special freak stores, places with more X's than an adult video store. It was a nightmare. But now, the perfect gene has entered my life. They've got 6 fits, a size range from 26 to 50-inch waists, and lengths up to 38, giving you 5,000 plus ways to find your perfect match. So it's not just for my fellow sufferers of TMS, that's tall man syndrome, but thick thigh kings can find their perfect jeans as well. And for a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectgene.nyc, or just Google The Perfect Gene and use code DINGS15 for 15% off. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectgene.nyc with promo code DINGS15. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Fuck your khakis and get the perfect gene. Hello, listener. Producer Mays here to talk to you about Quince Cookware. I know cooking can feel like a lot of work these days, especially when the temptation to order takeout is stronger than ever. But trust me when I say that quality cookware makes a big difference in your experience cooking at home. Quince has got top-tier pots and pans, like my favorite, the extremely versatile and easy-to-clean 3-quart stainless steel sauté pan that you'd expect to find at a luxury store, but for 50 to 60% less. You heard me right. High-quality materials for half the price. How could such a thing be possible? Well, Quince works directly with manufacturers, cutting out the middlemen and passing the savings on to you. Now, Quince even carries fine wine, from Napa Valley Vineyards to Dom Perignon Champagne, enough to fill the Nile. Ho-ho! So what are you waiting for? Upgrade your kitchen with Quince. Go to quince.com/dings for free shipping and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. Go to QUINCE.com/dings, DINGS, for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/dings.
Do you believe?
Are the Orlando Magic salvageable? Feels like both these first 2 topics are pretty easy to answer. Guys, it turns out the Magic, they stink. Who could have seen that coming? Despite no Joel Embiid due to an emergency appendectomy, the Sixers took care of business on the road. No, at home in Orlando, winning 109-97, but that's just the tip of the old iceberg. Tuesday, the Ringer Gambling Show host, Raheem Palmer, did some reporting citing sources that said, quote, a star player is willing to demand a trade if the head coach, Jamal Mosley, isn't fired at the end of the season, end quote. I wonder who that could be. Same day, Jake Fisher said the Magic are, quote, almost certainly going to make a coaching change, end quote, regardless of outcome in the play-in and playoffs. I can tell you, they're firing that dude. Confirmed. Like it's
we knew in November, Zach. We knew in November they were firing him. Yeah. Literally, you and I had this conversation. It's probably.
I think it was like, look, I'm gonna pull the date out of my ass here. November 7th might have been it when they lost that game to Boston. It was early November. I remember that.
We literally said it. He's getting fired.
Mosley was then filmed taking a healthy whiff of smelling salts before tip-off. What is the smelling salts? I know it's not a new trend. I know it's been around. What the fuck's going on here? Now they square off against the Charlotte Hornets, fresh off their overtime victory over the Miami Heat. Less than a year from the Magic emptying their asset cupboard for Desmond Bane in a major win-now move, and are one game away from missing the playoffs entirely. Will a new coach right the ship, or do the Magic have bigger problems? Mo, let's say not salvageable by the end of tomorrow night, or let's say they do beat the Hornets. They're losing to the Pistons in the first round. But how salvageable is this situation moving forward?
It's not. It's just not salvageable.
They can't make any moves that are going to like fix this?
I mean, well, yeah, but it's going to be major moves in what they're going to make.
What does major mean? Does that mean moving off of Paolo, moving off of Franz?
Yes. Like, I don't think Paolo's going to be there next year, whether they fire the coach or not. I think they're going to make wholesale changes. I think they found, look, the way he struggled this season. He's good, but he struggled with efficiency. You saw what the team looked like when he was out. They had a little bit of a run. Now he came back, struggled with the style of play that they were playing with. We should say it's contingent probably on who the coach is that they bring in. And if that coach says, no, I want to keep him and do that, it's a foregone conclusion to me. Mosley's gone. But I think it's going to need to be more. Like, there's no way you can kind of look at it and say, hey, first off, what they've done offensively all season was trash. I feel like they've put Paolo in bad positions offensively. They didn't really put in a system. It's been a lack of creativity across the board, garbage. But on top of that, Paolo hasn't fully fit into the system when they are trying to move the ball and keep it going. He likes to hold it a lot. He likes to kind of stop the play, figure out where to go. I think we're heading to a situation where Paolo's also going to end up getting traded. And if, they need to recoup some of the assets because they traded so many picks for Bane that they don't really have much in terms of how they're going to improve beyond that.
I have a question for both of you guys, and it's Orlando Magic history. Is Paolo's destiny to realize that he's not a 1 or 2 a la Aaron Gordon?
I was talking about this with Chris Haynes on the radio earlier, of just like this will be a little bit of us, circling back to your question, but Paolo seems to think he is a perimeter player, right? Dribbles a lot. He's running pick and rolls. He's shooting 4 threes a game at 30%. Like, Paolo's 6'10", 250, 260 of muscle. Maze, you know what I'm about to say. Big man, get your ass in the paint. Get on the block. Like, he should be, and look, he already gets to the free throw line 7-8 times a game, right? So he gets to the free throw line. Man, that could be 10, 12, 14 times a game with how physically imposing he is. But he wants to play fantasy camp point guard here of like, hey man, I can do this shit too. Like, he needs to realize what his position is. If he does that, he's a 1 or a 2 in this league for, franchise hierarchy. If he doesn't do that, like, no, man, like, he's definitely not a 1. No. Maybe he could be a 2, but like, that's a special situation. Like, that would have to be with like an elite perimeter player. Franz Wagner, that is not you.
No.
And, we had all these conversations about LeBron getting off the ball, making himself into an incredible screener, being a switchable big, like toggling between, if I'm guarding the center, I'm fronting the hell out of him. I'm being great help side. I'm like, just that Swiss Army knife. But again, this is a guy who's 48 years old after having the whole career of doing I'm the man, I get to dribble all game, to a guy who, he got his max extension.
Yeah.
And mostly he's deserved it. But the role that he has cast himself in Orlando, it's just, I don't see how you think that's right.
But this is the problem. And Mo, like, this is the thing, though, and it's what I've talked about for years with, like, a Karl Anthony Towns or a Trae Young, where you're going to convince them the way you do this does not work, except they make all-star games. They make $270 million in a contract. Like, that's the thing. Like, the thing about what you just said is, like, LeBron is doing this to survive, to continue to be able to play and to continue to have impact or whatever. Whereas Mo, like, this is just like, I get to kind of do what I want because I'm the franchise guy and I'm young and he's only like 23 years old. So, like, there's just such a mentality shift that has to happen.
Yeah, and I think that's part of where the trade comes in, right? Like, it's easier for you to get that shift when you get moved somewhere. And this
is not your place anymore, right? You have to make this new place yours, yeah.
Because, like, there's also a thing where, especially happens with a lot of these, like, young stars that get drafted high, and Paolo, number one pick, everything. There's an expectation of, like, this is my team, right? Yeah. Like, and teams tend to cater to those guys.
Yeah.
But what about Mo? What about this? The team that was supposed to finish within the top 3 of the East, threatened for the Eastern Conference Finals, even the finals, is a 10 seed. That is your team.
No, that's the coach's fault. That's coach's fault. I don't agree with the coach. That's coach's fault.
To be honest, it's both of their faults. It's
no, but if you're Paolo, that's what I mean. Coach sucks, man.
Well, I mean, we already saw the
smelling salts.
We saw the whole thing. That smelling salt thing. That's unbelievable. I don't know what, like, but like we already saw it was against Detroit.
In a different group chat, Jay King was like, it's pathetic the way he took those smelling salts. I was like, I don't know, like, I don't.
Of course, Jay. But
step
like,
step your nose game up.
Jay's wild. Jay's insane. But I don't see a way they can do that. Right? Like, does he think he's going to have any say in who the next coach is going to be? Like, is there any, like,
why would he have a say in that?
What he thinks. I'm saying what he thinks. In his mind, I'm the star player.
He's a franchise guy.
I'm the max guy. I'm the franchise, former number one pick. I should at least have a conversation and be involved a little bit in who the next coach is going to be. And I think that's the whole thing. And we've seen the back and forth with him and Mosley in the press where, he goes, we don't make adjustments at halftime. And Mosley says, no, there were no adjustments to be made. The other team just played harder. Like, I think, that was what I mean, that's like shots fired for both sides. And I think that's, at the end of the day, it's not salvageable. And I think, Zach, to your point, if Paolo's not willing to change, I don't know how they can keep him in Orlando.
Well, that's my question too, is just like, for Jeff Weltman, like, what do you think this team is supposed to be? Is this just we're a physical team and blah 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 and we grind things? Well, okay, yeah, that gets you to 45 wins, which is a good team. It's not a guarantee you're making the playoffs.
Let me play some devil's advocate. If I'm the Magic GM, look at the two J's. Everybody said they were incompatible. It was never going to work. Look at the two J's. They stood pat and look at the results. Championships, finals appearances. They look to be headed back to the finals.
Games they won each year. Hold on, let me.
Well, you can't even say that without laughing. We just know you're so disingenuous. Like, it's just
the year before they won it, when it didn't work, and maybe it's time to break. They won 57 games. Let me just see what Orlando won.
No, the year before, you got to remember, it was the year they lost to Golden State in the finals. They turned it around in January of that season. So before that, they were stinking it up. That's when it was at like the fever pitch.
Right.
So I guess that would have been 2020. No, 2022.
Yeah.
So 21-22.
Okay.
But yeah, before that, the
Let
Celtics
me look at that team.
going to conference finals and shit.
While Zach's looking that up,
I got you.
you know the difference though, right? Like we're not saying
they won 51 games that year.
We're not even saying Franz.
Let me see if they were any good at offense. They probably weren't good at offense.
Let me see if we're not even saying they can't
coexist in the league.
So like we're not even saying they can't coexist. Just Paolo has to play differently if that's going to work. Franz has to be a better shooter if that's going to work. Right. It's not likely to happen.
They had coach issues too. Their coach was, trying to bang everybody in the organization.
Their coach had issues.
This coach can't design an offense. That coach was almost scoring too much. Let's move on to our next topic. The final one. Do you believe there will be upsets in the first round, and how many? And what is going to constitute an upset? The Lakers, Luka and Austin Reeves are out indefinitely. We don't know what that means. It just means that they don't know what that means either. They don't know how long, but they're out indefinitely to begin this series. The Lakers are technically the favorite as the higher seed, but you know what? We're going to flip it here because of no Luka and no Austin to start out. Do you believe the Lakers will upset the Rockets?
Fuck no.
No, we can keep it moving.
Fuck no.
Okay.
Fuck no.
This is a Rockets
primary
team.
Ball handler.
This is a Rocket. It's LeBron James is the primary ball handler.
Well, but who's the second?
Who's the secondary? Who's the secondary?
I don't know. It might be Marcus Smart. I don't know.
Jesus, titty fucking Christ.
Yeah, that's a.
Even though this Rockets team doesn't seem to have. All right. Okay. All right. That's 0 for 1 on upsets. Let's go Spurs Blazers. Blazers won the play-in tournament Tuesday night for the 7th seed, beat the Suns because Deni Avdija went for 41 points. Do you think the Blazers can upset the Spurs?
I think they can make it close, but I don't think they could upset.
No. What does that mean?
I think they can win 2 games.
I think they can win 2 games. You can go 6. I think games will be close. I think we'll have
I'm
a
not
lot
on
of
the
close
sweep
games.
wave that everybody's on.
Have you seen the Blazers shoot from beyond 22 feet?
They're not a good shooting team.
No, but I saw it in the first half where they were on fire.
That's a good point. That's a good point. They made enough of them in the first half to, they're
not a good shooting team, and the Spurs might have the greatest rim protector in history, but I still like their chances, Zach. Come on.
But he has a history of losing the big one to Americans.
Wow, that might change 2028.
Oh, fuck it, Will. Get the fuck out of here, Australia. Where did you go, polish your bronze medal that you got. Oh, wait, Australia didn't medal.
They have in the past. They did in Japan.
After you.
Once a boomer, always a boomer.
Tell that to Ben Simmons.
Oh, shit.
Was never a boomer.
All right, let's go. Nuggets versus the Wolves.
Would the Wolves beating the Nuggets be a huge upset? I don't think so.
It's an upset.
It's an upset.
It'd be an upset. It'd be a pretty big upset.
It's still a sizable upset, I think.
I think they're gonna give the Nuggets everything they can handle.
I
and
agree.
then some.
I agree, but I still think even though they beat them in 2024, I still don't think
and
people
then smoked them
picking,
4 straight times the regular season right afterwards too.
They did, yeah. But I don't think I think people. I still don't think that people take the Wolves seriously for some is just that I don't think they really watch them and pay attention.
Up and down this
but
year,
also some of it has been very warranted of not taking them seriously, especially towards the end of this year.
I mean, the Wolves have the leading field goal percentage winner who has a new trophy for his trophy case.
That might be an all-star trophy. We might have
future Hall of Famer.
They might have been having
future Hall of Famer.
He is future Hall of Famer. Ask Paul about Rudy Gobert.
Oh, that would be a fun one. That'd be a fun conversation. I think it's going to be really close. I still take the Nuggets.
You take the Nuggets?
Coward. I'm going to be a coward and take the Nuggets.
Why is you taking the Nuggets?
I'm too cowardly to not, but I think the Nuggets fans should be worried about this series. I do.
I'm picking the Wolves.
Oh, there you go.
As a middle finger to the appeals process. That is the 65 game rule.
Did you just mention the line of the Ant versus the Nuggets?
All right. What about in the Eastern Conference? Raptors over the Cavs? Would that be an upset? It would be an upset.
It would be a huge upset.
That would be big to me.
Huge, bro. Huge.
The Raptors stink. So do the Raptors.
Right, you got two stinkers. Why is that an upset?
The Raptors with no Emmanuel quickly. I have no idea how they're going to score
What does that
offensively.
even mean?
Well, he is their point guard, and he can make open threes.
I have no idea how they're going to score offensively. I have no idea how they're going to keep pace.
2 words
with all that.
Jamal Shed.
You have 2 more?
Needs help.
Look, man, Brandon Ingram, mid-range fadeaways, man. Like, that shit ain't going to cut it, bro.
I don't know. It's the Cavs. All right. What about Celtics Sixers? You know, maybe Embiid comes back from that appendectomy at some point in the series.
How long does an appendectomy take to?
So Jeff Stotts, there's not a lot of examples of this, but at In Street Clothes on social media, Jeff Stotts got a great database for this stuff. Said it's approximately 23 days.
God damn! Oh my God, that's insane.
It's been exactly a week. So we got about 16 days left.
Yes, no, he's done. Yeah, I don't see it happening for the Sixers. Unfortunately for them.
All right, then what about your boys, the Hawks over the Knicks?
A lot of people seem to think the Hawks are gonna like.
They've got the defenders to throw at.
Yes,
Jalen Brunson. Right?
Yes, Dyson does a really good job. With Brunson, although Brunson's gotten better at dealing with him.
Yeah, but Nickeil Alexander-Walker can defend, right? Like they've got some dudes.
Defender.
But my concern with the Hawks is I think defensively they can match up really well with what the Knicks do.
Score.
Who is the go-to scorer? Jalen Johnson's an awesome player. He might end up All-NBA third team, although after this appeal, probably not. Like, but he's not like, all right, get him a bucket. Like maybe CJ a little bit, maybe not a little bit.
Alexander Walker in that last game dropped 40 and looked like Kyrie, Dame Lillard.
He's combined 3 the legs behind the back, like scooping from like 8 feet away. Like I don't know what the fuck happened with them. Someone was like, some dumbass Thunder fan was like, well, he does train with Shea every year. I was like, he trained with Shea his whole fucking life.
That's not what's happening.
I would say this: the problem for the Hawks, and we saw it in that game. End of game, they can't go shot for shot with Jalen.
No,
that's tough.
No,
that's tough. I mean, you really need CJ to like go on a heater.
And then, do I count on that for an entire series? Like if CJ, like that's
it might get you a game or two. I don't know. Yeah.
If the Knicks actually pay attention to their scouting report and actually try to execute it, they will stop this team fairly consistently.
That's what about the other thing too is they don't have a place to hide CJ. Defensively, right? Yeah. Like that's a hard thing.
I mean, Josh Hart, like he hit shot, like do it for 4 games in a series where you guys win because of it. You can have that.
I believe in Josh Hart.
I do too. I think he's but if that's where I'm gonna hide CJ,
go 2 for 6,
Josh Hart.
Both threes will be in the 4th though.
That's right. Yeah.
It's gonna be right.
They'll both be daggers, but yeah,
it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard for them.
Yeah.
All right. What about let's say the Magic win tomorrow night.
No.
Them against the Pistons.
Come on, man. What are we doing?
No. All right. Let's say the Hornets win tomorrow night.
There's not enough smelling salt.
What about the Hornets tomorrow night?
The Hornets
win. Them against the Pistons.
Can we please get that series? God, Lord Jesus, please.
I want to see fist fights.
Yes, that's all I want.
I want to see a fist fight. I need it spilling into the crowd. I want fans accidentally hitting stuff. Not hurt, but hit.
Not hurt, but hit.
Yeah, come on. Let's get a good old-fashioned brawl going on.
It's hurt.
Would you pick the Hornets? Would you pick the Hornets against the Pistons?
No. There's no circumstances.
Mo?
Is Cade back for game 1?
Cade's back. He played last 3 games. Yeah. He's good. Mo, you looking a little intrigued. You're looking a little intrigued.
I am intrigued.
Is crazy.
If Khan didn't put such a goose egg up in that game.
He let us all down. He let the nation down.
Savior. The
He let
savior.
the nation
Put some
down.
respect on his name.
He
Looking
let the
like the
nation
NCAA
down
tournament
in that
again.
game.
Yeah, if he didn't look so bad in that game and
He
look
let-
so sad on the bench,
He let America down in that playing game.
I'm
bro.
gonna go Pistons, but
He let
But it
America
never
down in
himself.
that playing game. Hold on. No, hold
What?
on. You
What?
said Con Knipple let America down in the playing game.
His countrymen were counting on him.
you know how sad Jay King is.
Come on now.
Yo, Jay
The
was not
entire
having
state
me.
of Massachusetts.
I was on him in another group chat the other night. Like, oh, Con coming up short. Oh, Dylan Brooks getting roasted by Denny. Oh, what's happening
Yeah,
here? Bad
Dylan
night
Brooks
for
got
Jay King
destroyed.
propaganda. He wasn't even like firing back at me. He gave me a thumbs up emoji. He was hurting. He was hurting. All right, last one. If the Suns face the Thunder, can they get a game? Not upset them. Can they get a game?
No, they can't get a game. No.
What about
Devin Booker's finished, by the way.
Whoa?
You know that, right? He's done.
He's 30.
He can't dribble by people no more. Everything he does is just a foul grift. It's like his whole thing is like, I'm getting into this move to try to draw a fake grift foul.
Has he been the foul merchant the whole time? Not
No.
Jay.
No, because
Jay is
also
absolutely-
shooting 32% from three. He's a horrible pull-up three-point shooter.
It's 2 years in a row too. Like he's
yeah,
been 33% the last 2 years.
Yeah,
like that part concerns me.
That's why they won't get a game against the Thunder, because he can't
What?
do anything against real defense.
What about the Golden State Warriors? One more job here. They win tomorrow night. They face the Thunder. Oh,
get
you
a
think
game.
you can cover Steph Curry? You think Draymond can't lock people up? What's
get a
Chet
game.
gonna do against
I think
They get a game.
Draymond Green?
The Warriors
get a-
could get a game.
we'd get one game where Steph just goes completely
Yeah, they get a
nuclear.
game.
I think
I
we
think-
get a
And
game.
Steve
I think-
Kerr
I
gonna
think-
devise a good defensive game plan and all of that. They'll
I
get a game.
think Steph's gonna go for 50. They're gonna lose by 15. They're gonna- I think the Thunder gonna smack them. You know why? Because it's the other option's pods.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
man.
Like, it is but look, hey, man,
Podjemski.
like it's been pretty good. Porzingis and Steph on the floor together.
He looked good
pretty
last night.
That tip dunk off the missed free throw made me like, oh, wait a minute, like
He's
and then
back, baby.
And then Al Horford out of nowhere, 4 for 4 from 3 in the fourth
You know what?
quarter.
Warriors in 5. That's going to do it for Do You Believe? Edition of Fastball Illuminati. Calm down, people from the prairie. I don't really mean that. It's not disrespect. Go have your pregame prayer and all that stuff. It's fine. I don't know why. I don't know.
Disrespecting
I don't know
the
why.
heartland.
They voted for someone who's disrespecting their religion. All right, that's it. We're gonna call it quits here today. For Wosny Escobar, for Dakhil, for Anthony Mays, I'm Zach Harper. Keep third eye open.